6 years ago, my life changed completely. Growing up, I struggled a lot with my self-confidence, and a lot of this was related to the fact that I needed glasses and I hated how I looked with them on. When I was 22, I saved up for and got the LASIK eye surgery procedure in order to get 20/20 vision without the help of glasses or contacts. In today's video, we are going to be talking all about this procedure, my story, what led me to getting it, saving up for it and paying for it, the surgery itself, and answering the question that everyone wants to know, is it painful? I'm going to give you an overall view of what the procedure was like and how it has transformed my life. Let's get into it. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. Today we are going to be talking all about LASIK eye surgery and how it completely transformed my life. I'm so excited for this video because I really hope that it can be helpful for you. My name is Zoe and I got the LASIK procedure almost 6 years ago. And like I just said, it completely changed my life for the better. I am so grateful for this procedure and I'm so excited to be sitting down today and sharing my full experience from A to Z with you guys. Everything from why I wanted the surgery, how I felt before, getting the actual surgery, paying for it, the recovery, the surgery itself, all the way to my vision afterwards and how my life has changed afterwards. We're going to be covering it all today, and I really hope this video can be helpful. When I was looking to film this video, I was looking for other videos by people similar to myself, you know, girls who had the surgery, and I couldn't find any. I couldn't find any videos, and a lot of the videos out there about LASIK and about laser eye surgery, I feel like they're very clickbaity and they really want to scare you, and I've seen videos like that on other platforms as well. I have nothing but positive things to say about my experience. I'm not a doctor, I'm not a professional, I'm just a regular girl. I was 22 when I got this surgery. I paid for it myself. I saved up with all of my own money, paid for it myself, and I'm just a really big fan of the procedure because of the impact that it has had on my life. So that is that. Like I said, my name's Zoe, I'm 28 and I live in Montreal. I post a lot of videos about budgeting and lifestyle and mental health. So if that speaks to you, I would love for you to subscribe, and maybe you just stumbled upon this video kind of as a one-off if you're looking into LASIK, and that's cool too. One thing about me, you guys, is I love to chat. I love to chat and really tell stories and go into a lot of the details. So we're going to do that today, but I know some people are probably just here to get their information and get on with it. So I'm going to break up this video by chapters. But if your plan is to skip around, you need to hear this, you guys. I have a special discount code for LASIK MD, which is the company that I got my laser eye surgery with. So you don't want to miss that. I will have it down below, but a little spoiler alert, it's Zoe for 50. And with that code, you guys can get $450 off a custom LASIK or Contura procedure. So that is super cool. 6 years has gone by since I got my LASIK eye surgery, and I'm thankful for it every day. So why has it taken me so long to film this video? I've been making YouTube videos for about 4 years now, and I've always known I wanted to make this video. But you guys, I wanted LASIK MD to sponsor this video. That is the company that I got my surgery with, and I was like, I want LASIK MD to sponsor this video. For 4 years, I thought that was an insane, far-fetched dream until an email came into my inbox. And I am so happy to say, you guys, this video is sponsored by LASIK MD. Dreams come true. This is so cool. I am so grateful to LASIK MD sponsoring this video. And I know, let's address the elephant in the room. Why should I listen to your opinion? You're sponsored, you're gonna have nothing but good things to say. Whether or not this video is sponsored, you guys need to know that I have nothing but good things to say about this company and about this procedure. Like I said, I've paid for it myself. 6 years has gone by. I actually would have made this video if they hadn't sponsored it. It's just the cherry on top. So I'm very, very grateful for that. And because they're sponsoring, you guys get that amazing discount code, which is Zoe450. Why is that so hard to say? Zoe450 once again. So let's get cozy and talk a little bit about my story, why I wanted LASIK, and just kind of my life before LASIK. I realized that I need glasses when I was in grade 7 because I was seated at the back of the class and I could not see the chalkboard. It was such a weird realization that I couldn't see the chalkboard. I remember everything was very blurry. And I was like, wait a minute. I went home and told my parents that I couldn't see the board in school, and they were like, oh my gosh, she needs glasses. I actually remember my mom being disappointed because she was kind of like, oh great, like here's another thing we have to pay for, because it's no secret that glasses are very expensive. Depending on your insurance, it might cover your glasses, it might cover your kids' glasses, but I feel like not everything was covered, because I do remember paying for the glasses was kind of like a sore spot in my family. So I got my first pair of glasses in grade 7, and I would only put them on in class. They were like those really skinny rectangular glasses. I would only put them on in class to see the board. As time went on, my vision got worse and worse, and I started needing to wear glasses all the time. I remember feeling really sad that I needed to wear my glasses all the time because I did not like the way I looked when I wore glasses. I did not feel pretty. And it's not to say that I wasn't, like I was just a little girl, but it really took a hit on my confidence. I wanted to be able to do stuff without glasses. I played soccer, and it also had an impact on me playing soccer because it was kind of hard to run around with the glasses on. When I entered high school, I dealt with a lot of self-esteem issues, I think as many teenagers do, and maybe especially teenage girls. I did not like the way I looked, and so I especially did not like the way that I looked with glasses, and I begged my parents to get me contacts. I tried out contacts, and the only contact lenses that I felt comfortable having in my eyes were the dailies, which of course are the most expensive. And so I remember that was like another thing too. It was like, okay, we have to pay for the glasses, we have to pay for the contacts, and I always felt guilty every time I would wear my contacts, but I was so insecure that I just refused to wear my glasses. I remember the discomfort of learning how to put in contact lenses. I remember them getting stuck in my eye, rubbing my eye in school, and like a contact lens would pop out, and you're like, okay, I can only see out of one eye now, having to take out the other pair, maybe not having my glasses with me. Like, my vision was always an issue. It was always at the forefront of my mind. I was always thinking about the fact that like I couldn't see. The crazy part is my prescription wasn't even that bad. I was about a -1.75, I think, at the very end of me wearing glasses. But when I didn't have my glasses or contacts, I felt like I couldn't see anything. Colors were very, very dim. Like I remember when I would put on my glasses, the world felt more vibrant. If someone was walking towards me, if it was a friend or a family member, I couldn't even recognize them. Their face was very blurry. Street signs, I wasn't driving at the time, but if I was sitting in the car, like street signs would be really hard to see. And of course, the board in school, if I didn't have my glasses or contacts, I could not see what was going on. Everything was just a big blur. And that's with a pretty light prescription. So I can only imagine if you have a heavier prescription, how much of like a nuisance it is not being able to see. All throughout university, I had glasses and contacts, and when I got to university after I turned 18, I was no longer covered under my mom's insurance, so I had to pay for my contacts myself. And I developed this weird relationship with my contacts and my glasses where, because the contact lenses were so expensive, I would save them for special occasions. So parties, going out, a fancy occasion, and I would wear my glasses, just for like a regular school day. But I felt so not confident in myself and in my looks when I wore my glasses that it really took a hit on my self-esteem, because I would tell myself that I only looked good when I had contacts in, but that I wasn't worthy of putting in my contacts every single day because it was too expensive. Now, all this time throughout my glasses and contacts journey, I knew I was going to end up with LASIK eye surgery. And I knew this because my dad had had LASIK and he loved it. He was like the only adult in my life who didn't need glasses. My dad had great vision, 20/20 vision, and he was super, super happy with his results from his LASIK procedure that he had when he was in his 30s. Fast forward to now, my dad is in his 60s and he still has great vision. He doesn't wear glasses, he doesn't wear contacts. So he was like my vision role model, and I always knew that I would kind of follow in his footsteps at some point and get LASIK eye surgery. However, I knew my parents wouldn't pay for it. I knew that I would have to save up and pay for it. And so all through university, I did make that a goal of mine. And I kind of told myself that when I graduated university, I would take all of my savings and I would pay for LASIK eye surgery as a graduation gift to myself. So that's what I did. After so many hiccups with my glasses, I could tell you guys stories for days and days and days of I once had to go to a job interview. The job interview was in Toronto. I forgot my contact lenses, and so I had to go to this really important job interview not feeling great about myself because I had to wear my glasses. There were also school trips where we would be doing presentations and I would forget my contacts. Like, you would think I would learn. You would think I would learn, but I was always forgetting stuff. Sometimes I'd forget my glasses, and so I just go places and I can't see. It was horrible. And by the end of my 4 years of university, when I was 22 years old, I was fed up. I also had an incident with my glasses where the company that I bought my glasses from made my glasses with the wrong prescription. So I was wearing glasses with the wrong prescription for a couple of months. I thought I was going insane. And to me, that was the last straw. When I found out that they had made the glasses with the wrong prescription, I was like, enough is enough. I'm getting laser eye surgery. So all through university, I had been working part-time and just kind of stashing away my cash after things like paying rent and buying groceries and buying textbooks and all of that. I also had a student loan, but I was stashing away my money to either pay back my student loan or get myself my ultra coveted LASIK MD eye surgery. I was 22. I was in my last year of school, and the first semester out of 2 was finishing up. My last semester, I was going on study abroad. I was gonna go live in Australia. I was gonna go study there for my last semester, and then I would be done school. I had this hiccup with my glasses with the wrong prescription. I said enough is enough, and I also figured that for this trip that I knew was going to be a once-in-a-lifetime trip, I thought that I would be so happy and grateful if I got my LASIK done in between semesters. So I finished all of my exams for that second last semester of university. It just so happened that I finished all of my core courses as well. So I had saved a bunch of electives for my last semester. So it really felt like I was done school. And so this really felt like a graduation gift that I gave to myself. And that's one of the reasons too that I think I regard this procedure so highly, is because I paid for it myself. I was so young at the time, and this was the most money that I had ever spent on anything. And even to this day, it's still, I think, a beautiful gift that I gave to myself, was being able to see without glasses or contacts and giving myself this procedure that I had wanted for so long. So that's kind of my whole preamble story. Now let's roll into why I chose LASIK MD and how it was preparing for the procedure. So here in Canada, LASIK MD is one of the top companies offering the LASIK procedure. And I just felt like they were a trusted company. They were reputable. I did my research. I looked at a lot of different options, and in terms of price, in terms of appointment availability, LASIK MD was just the best option for me. I'm so glad I went with this company because they are Canada-wide. They're also, I think, North America-wide. So if I were to move cities, I can still go get my post-op appointments done with LASIK MD. I liked that it was a big company offering this because I knew that I would have customer service and they would have my invoices, and I just felt like I would always be supported by this company because this is a one-time procedure, but it's also something that you are investing in, and you want to make sure you're going with a company that you trust, and that if, you know, in a year or 2 or 6 or 10, you have questions or you need to follow up with something, that company is still going to be in business and they're still going to be reputable and they're still going to have your back. 6 years has gone by and I still feel very, very confident with my decision to choose LASIK MD. In all of my interactions before the procedure, they were so kind, whether it was someone on the phone or when I went in to the office to do my preoperative consultation. So that's that. I spent time on the internet doing my research about the procedures, and another reason why I went with LASIK MD is because they had an option where you could have your surgery guaranteed for life, because I think that's a common reason why people would tell me this, they say, oh, don't get LASIK because it's just gonna undo itself, but this procedure had a guarantee that if anything were to change in my vision, if my vision were to go back down a little bit, that I would be eligible for free to have my vision recorrected. So I really liked that guarantee. When you're investing a lot of money that you've worked very, very hard for, it's nice to have that guarantee and kind of that warranty. So that was another reason why I chose LASIK MD. However, even though I had made my mind up, I still did feel a little bit nervous going into the the preoperative consultation because I was only 22 years old and I was scared that they might be pushy or they might treat me like I was just a little kid, but none of that happened. I remember every single person that I met with from the, I'm not even sure what they're called. Let's call them the technicians who are doing all of the tests on your eyes, the eye doctor, the surgeon, and the person who was helping me with the invoicing. Every single person I interacted with was so kind. So you kind of do the rounds when you go for your preoperative consultation. They check out your eyes. They check out your eyes again. They really, really check everything. And then towards the end, you do meet with someone to discuss the payment plan and the financing. And I remember feeling so proud when I sat in that office and saying that I was gonna pay for it in full because I had the money saved up. And I think that, I don't know if I'm just misremembering, but I think they were proud of me. I think they were like, oh, that's cool, you know? I do know that LASIK has some pretty great financing options as well. So if you want to pay for it over time, that is of course an option. I just wanted to one shot get it over with because that's personally how I like to operate with my finances. So after that preoperative consultation, I was cleared. I was deemed an eligible candidate for the LASIK and I booked my actual operation. I had my LASIK eye surgery on November 16th, 2018, almost 6 years ago. It's so crazy. I went up and pulled up my old invoice from that day to find the exact date. And I would genuinely tell you guys, this was one of the best days of my life. The experience, the whole surgery was so great. I made sure to time it when I had finished all of my exams so that I was really on break. I think at that point I was probably on Christmas break. So I was feeling very relaxed and I just knew that my main focus was to get this surgery and to follow all of the steps of recovery properly. Now, when it came to getting LASIK, all I really knew was what my dad had told me, but that was like 20 years prior. If not even more. And that episode of Sex and the City where Miranda gets laser eye surgery and Steve has to help her home and she comes out and she says to the doctor, she goes, I can't believe I'm gonna wake up and see without glasses or contacts. And the doctor goes, believe it. I don't know why, like that just stuck with me so much. So I didn't really know what I was getting into, but I felt very confident and I did have to have someone lined up to take me home. The surgery itself is very, very short, but on the day of your surgery, you have a few hours that you spend at the facility, once again, getting everything double checked, basically everything that you do during the preoperative consultation. All of those checks happen again to make sure you're ready and that you're good to go. You have various meetings with different technicians and different people. I remember there was one person who sat me down and kind of helped calm me down. She asked if I was feeling anxious, and I was because I'm not the most comfortable when it comes to getting surgeries. So she kind of helped calm me down. You sit outside the room and then someone brings you in when it's your turn. I remember the room, there's like a big machine. It's not like a spooky operating room. It's not Grey's Anatomy. It's nothing like that. It's actually very, very, very high tech. So you're kind of lying down under this big machine. And I guess what a lot of people want to know is, does it hurt? It does not hurt. It does not hurt. It kind of maybe tickles and maybe is a little bit of discomfort, but it doesn't hurt. I honestly can't remember the sensation very well because so much time has passed, but I can definitely say with confidence that it did not hurt. Like I remember getting my nose pierced and I remember that hurting more than getting laser eye surgery. The doctor who did the procedure was so nice. I remember he made me feel very, very confident. You do another few little checks and then like I said, you lie down and the machine does all of the work. Actually, I shouldn't say that. The doctor does, I don't know how it works. Okay, I'm not a medical person. The machine and the doctor, they do all the work. They work their magic. That's what I'm trying to say. They work their magic. That part is very, very short. I want to say 10 to 15 minutes. It's very, very, very short. Then you put on these gorgeous dark glasses. And from there, that's where you need to begin your recovery. So they bring you back outside. There I was feeling a little bit fuzzy because I couldn't see very well. Everything was very, very blurry. And so having one of your senses taken away, you do feel a bit off. But that is where you have your friend or your family member, your partner, whoever come to support you and they bring you home. So I was brought home. And my recovery, I remember my recovery so fondly. It was a very relaxing time because you can't really see and you are not supposed to watch TV or do anything with your eyes really. You pretty much need to rest your eyes. So For, I feel like it was about 24 hours, I lay down in bed, I had those sunglasses on, and I remember sleeping a lot. Not because of the surgery or anything. I think just without my vision, it made me feel a little bit tired, and because I couldn't really do anything, I was like, oh, may as well sleep. I was also, like I had talked about before, coming off of my last intensive semester of university. So I think that also made me very tired, and it was nice to just have this excuse to do nothing but lie in bed. And I also remember listening to so many podcasts. So I highly, highly recommend that, because you're gonna have times where you're not sleeping and you need things to keep you stimulated, to keep you occupied, but you can't look at your phone and you can't read and you can't watch TV. So podcasts were my savior during the recovery process. And that only lasts about a day. I slept through another night, and the following morning I woke up and went for my post-operative appointment. The post-op appointment is very, very simple. They just check and make sure that everything is good. That is where you finally get to take off those dark glasses, and oh my gosh, that is when you can see without glasses or contacts. That is that miracle moment. And I was so happy. I was like, wow, I felt like I was free from the chains of my glasses and my contacts, which I know sounds very dramatic, but truly, I hated those things. I hated them. I also felt a sense of financial freedom, because although I had just paid all that money for the surgery, I knew that I would never have to pay for glasses or contacts again. And let's be real, those are not cheap. They are not cheap. So I would much rather have one lump sum payment and have this procedure where I no longer need to worry about paying for glasses. I no longer need to worry about paying for contacts. And I feel so much more confident because I just prefer how I look without glasses. At the LASIK MD Center, they have a box where you can donate your old glasses because you won't be needing them anymore. And I was like, yup, goodbye. Like, I was so happy to get rid of those glasses. And I've never looked back, you guys. It is one of the best things that I've ever done for myself. Let's wrap up this video talking a little bit about life after LASIK. I feel like this is gonna sound a little bit cheesy, but being able to see, having 20/20 vision from the moment you wake up is truly a blessing. It's something that I'm so grateful for. When I sit in the car and I'm driving and I can see everything around me, when I can travel without having to worry about forgetting my glasses or forgetting my contacts, when I'm in a beautiful environment and I can see all of the little details in nature, or I can go to the movies and see everything. Like, it is such a blessing. 6 years has gone by and I honestly forget sometimes what it was like when I had glasses. A lot of these memories have come back to me because I've been prompted to film this video. So I actually forget, and I've even had family members forget that I used to wear glasses. And I'm like, yeah, I used to not be able to see. So life after LASIK has been so beautiful. My trip to Australia really solidified that it was an amazing decision for me to get the LASIK surgery, because every single day I was living an adventure while I was on a study abroad, and I did not have to worry about my contacts. I did not have to worry about glasses, and I could go on these adventures feeling confident in myself and liking the way that I looked. And aside from the way you look, there really is a confidence in just waking up and being able to see. Like, you're grateful for what your body can do and for the world around you that you get to see without blurriness. And for people, like, people walk towards me and I can see who they are. Like, that used to be a huge insecurity of mine, of like waving at someone, oh shoot, I don't actually know them, or not waving at them because I can't see their face and then looking rude, you know? I was always thinking about my vision, whether it was in function or in how I looked. And so not having to worry about that is just such an amazing boost of confidence. The only thing I need to do now is keep up with the result of my LASIK by going for a consultation once every 2 years. So that is not a big deal at all. It costs $90 every time I go. And there they just check my vision and make sure that everything is going well. I actually have one of those appointments coming up, so I will probably vlog it and take you guys along. But that is it. It's super low maintenance. It's amazing, and I can't say enough good things about this procedure. Everything that you guys are seeing on the screen now is basically my life after LASIK. I am so fortunate to have been able to travel around the world with friends and family, and also live a beautiful life at home that has been made more seamless and has made me feel so much more confident thanks to my LASIK MD procedure that I got 6 years ago. I'm looking at these things on the screen and I am so grateful. But you guys, if you want to see if LASIK MD is for you, you can book a free consultation. I will have it linked down below. The consult is no obligation, so if you guys want to go in and see if LASIK could be for you, I highly recommend it. I will have a link down below to find a clinic near you and book that consultation. And before you know it, you might be living your life after LASIK, seeing the world free from glasses and contacts. I'm so excited for you. So that is my story. That is my LASIK MD experience. I hope this video was helpful for you guys. And if you are interested in checking out LASIK MD, I highly recommend it. Of course, you need to do your own research, and this video is just one step of that research, but hang on to this discount code, you guys, because it's a good one and we all want to save money, right? So LASIK MD is offering you guys $450 off a custom procedure of LASIK or Contura across North America. You guys can use code ZOE450 to save $450 off the procedure. Thank you so much for watching this video, and thank you so much to LASIK MD for sponsoring it. This is such a dream come true. I hope you guys enjoyed my story and found it helpful. If you have any questions, leave them down below in the comments and I will get back to you. And let me know if you guys would like to see a vlog of me taking along for my post-operative appointment, and I could also answer any questions in a follow-up vlog. That's my cue to stop talking. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.